Now we find the Cardinals at 3-1, trying to bounce back from their first loss of the season.
Yeah, dropped one to Blaine in 4, and it was a disappointing loss, I think, for the guys. And they come in to take a team on like Anoka, who's 6-1, 3-0 in the conference. So this is going to be a great test for them. But I know the guys. I was talking to Coach Rositas before, and the guys are really up to the challenge and pretty excited about this contest against the Tornadoes.
Yeah, Anoka playing in a tournament on Saturday and doing pretty well there. Did suffer their first loss of the season in 3 sets against Maple Grove, but they bounced back by beating Maple Grove on Monday night and sweeping them 3-0.
Yeah, it was in a tournament, and I know I had a chance to talk to Coach Wilbert, and she said, it was unfortunate we lost to Maple Grove when we did, but they felt really good about coming bouncing back and beating them handily.
Anoka will start with the serve. Hank Anderson, one of the captains for Anoka, awaits the whistle to get us underway. Garbo attacking from the left side, didn't put a whole lot on it. Anoka looking to respond from their left. That hammer from Elka B well wide, and the Cardinals will get the first point of set 1.
Yeah, I know Griffin Garbo's dealing with a bit of an injury, so he's going to be fighting through that here tonight, but obviously the Coon Rapids Cardinals need him in the lineup against a team like this.
In the middle, just tipped over by Noah Youngquist, but it caught Josh Hyatt kind of in between. He was looking to block, and then it got tipped over him and not able to recover, and it's 1-1 early.
You look at the standings, and there's 4 teams tied for second. Blaine, Maple Grove, Coon Rapids, and Elk River at 2-1 in the conference.
Garbo mistimed the jump a little bit. Net violation on the Cardinals. In the middle of the attack by Hyatt, a diving save by B at the back line. Tornadoes pass it over. Vang is there. Garbo attacking. It's blocked. And Anoka.
Cardinals got the point.
It did go out of bounds off the block. Yep. So it's 2-2.
Correct.
Not the power he was looking for, maybe, but Mark Masnaguda able to poke it down the line for a point, get the side out for the Anoka Tornadoes.
Masnaguda leads this Anoka squad with 94 kills on the season.
That one pushed too far by Hyatt, and the Tornadoes have the first 2-point lead of set 1. That one, and Anoka had a little trouble picking it back up, but able to get it across. The attack by Hyatt, partially blocked, but stays on the Anoka side of the net. It's a big kill for Hyatt and the Cardinals to get the service back.
Well, when talking to Coach Rositas about that Blaine match, Joe, she said the guys kind of lost confidence. They were up big in that first set and then ended up winning it, but by 2 late.
26-24.
Yep. And then drop the next 3.
Diving effort from Chewy Vang is all for naught. Cardinals even it up at 4-all.
Key for Coon Rapids here is keeping this thing close.
Masnaguda on the attack. Cardinals got a piece of it, and they return it quickly. Hyatt's attack, scooped up by Anderson. Attack from the left side, a huge block from Mo Ullman.
That's going to be a big part of their game tonight. Can they get the blocks at the net? Can they win points that way? And you saw they did it there to take the lead.
Maznaguda gets it right back to even. Skylar Lohr checks in and takes over at the service line for Anoka. Big defense at the net. Garbo fires it for midcourt, though, and puts Coon Rapid back in front.
It doesn't look like that leg's bothering him too much. He got up there with some high elevation to get that kill.
Ben Yang in and serving for the Cardinals. Pass right up near the net. Not a lot of options for Skylar Lohr. Runs into the net. Net violation gives the Cardinals the point. Yang off the top of the tape gets the ace for the Cardinals. They lead 8-5.
Yeah, we talk about runs all the time. Cardinals like to go on a little bit of a run here, up by 3 already.
Oh. Right on the back line, back-to-back aces. I thought you jinxed him there, Shapiro.
I didn't. I knew he was going to put one right on the back corner. I
Talking about a run.
I think they got a good call on that one. That may have been out. I think some of the Anoka players thought so as well. Cardinals will take it, though.
This one played over by Lohr. Kavanaugh is there. Set goes to Vang, left side. Poked it over the block. It's scooped up by Lohr. Anoka attacking from the right side. And
that's a makeup. That one looked out.
A little indecision on the out-in, but does go to Anoka, and they get the serve. Mark Maznaguda heads to the service line. You got chops like that.
Oh, you like that. He throws his
You
serve.
may need to provide your birth certificate for high school events.
There's no question about that.
He's got power, but too much that time. Sends it long.
Yeah, his toss is pretty high. Not like the kid from Elk River. Yeah. He almost hit the banner a few times.
Big kill for Joshua Landa Sasa.
Nice net play there for him.
Got a lot of elevation.
Yep.
Chewy Vang at the service line now. Tornadoes trail by 3. And they will give the service right back. So for most high schoolers, the beard that Maznaguda is sporting would be pretty impressive. For Shapiro, that was like 5th grade.
That was 5th, maybe 4th. I had mutton chops in 4th grade too. So.
They go back to Landa Sasa. He blows it through the block. Another side out for Anoka. Anderson at the service line.
Hank, one of the 3 captains on this team.
Set for Garbo left side. Bounces off the block attempt. Good hold by Vang, and huge power from Maznaguda. Great effort going way almost down the hallway. Ben Yang
running up the stairs.
That's not giving up on the play right there. Lucas Yang able to win the tip battle at the net. Tornadoes unable to recover.
Number 12, Josh Hyatt. Serving for the Cardinals, number 19, Lucas Yang.
Chewy Vang near the back corner. Mastanega puts it across. Pushed back over by Hyatt. The attack by Mastanega. Nope, that's Nathan Lindbergh with the kill.
He's the one without the beard.
Yeah. And left-handed as well.
Yep.
L Cup B to serve. Garbo is there for it. They'll go back to him on the left side. Blocked. Kavanaugh picks it up. Garbo again. Will change up over the top. Picked up by Youngquist. Passed across by Vang. Cardinals set it up for Hyatt. Cross court is too wide. And it's a 1-point difference as Anoka tries to tie with service.
Yeah, I like the thought too. Tried to go to that center line across court, but a little too much on it. As Neil Henna would say, a little too much mustard. That service error gives the Cardinals the 13-11 lead.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 4, Griffin Garbo.
Garbo fires long.
Trying to go for that back corner, or that back middle, I'm sorry.
Serving for the Tornadoes, number 5,
Noah Youngquist, another one of their tri-captains. Again, looking for the tie, and that
won't get it.
That was not the effort he was looking for.
No, that's called a mishit.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 26, Josh Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh at the service line for the Cardinals. Vang under it. Maznaguda cross court with a beauty, and back to a 1-point match.
A little smoke on that one.
In the game for the Tornadoes, number 8, Skylar Lohr. Lohr back to serve.
Lohr back at the service line. In the middle, Mo Ullman able to bang it through a block attempt. And get the side out right back for the home squad.
Yeah, it's a closely contested first set here with the Cardinals with that 2-point lead.
Ben Yang to serve. Too much on it. And a lot of service errors on both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. Just didn't miss by a lot.
Mark Maznaguda at the service line again. That means that Joshua Londa Sasa is up front. He proved he can be dangerous. Lucas Vang on the attack. Pushes it just wide. Trying to get around the block, put a little too much spin on it. And we are tied at 15. How about we play first to 10, win by 2? Maznaguda. There for it is Ben Yang. From midcourt, Garbo took a little something off of it. Great sliding effort by Lohr. Passed across by Anderson. Ben Yang had to wait for it. Chewy Vang has the pickup. Lohr scrambling. Maznaguda put everything he could into it, but not enough to get it over, and the Cardinals back in front, 16-15.
Yeah, that would have been a tough get to get that over the net, on, especially the way where he was on the court and trying to go back over his body.
Long set for Anderson, stuffed by Griffin Garbo.
Yeah, again, guys get up there and the blocks I talked about it earlier. Blocks are going to be really important. Anoka's going to call timeout, trailing 17-15.
Mo Ullman was there as well, but Garbo, you could tell by the reaction, was the one to get his hands on it. And the best part, angling it back into the court and away from all of the Tornado players.
We have a very familiar face as one of our officials tonight. Former Cardinal head coach John Enns is on the court officiating here this evening. He get a chance to talk to him. He said his kids go to school in Andover. He's teaching in Andover right now. I told him we'd be easy on him.
Well, I've got to imagine after Monday night, the Cardinals are understanding that a win in set one does not mean you're going to walk away with a victory.
No, definitely not.
We still got a lot of work to do to get that. What a great save by Ben Yang. Garbo hammers it, this one up into the speakers. Here comes Sasa again. Great effort for Yang, and it's played in by Lucas Yang. Wow. It's Lucas Yang and Julian Vang, and I've been getting them backwards, but it was Lucas that played it over. Ben Yang came flying over into the stands.
Made a heck of a
That's a great play.
Yep.
It ends up being an Anoka point, but well played on both sides of the net.
You bet.
Garbo fires wide. We're tied again at 17.
Well, after the timeout, Anoka gets a couple of points to tie it back up.
A pass right up on the net. Cardinals able to get it over without touching. So passed across. Cavanaugh near the back corner. Here's Garbo. Partially blocked. Picked up by Chui Yang. Here comes Londa Sosa. And he gets another kill.
Yeah, another weapon for this Tornado team at the front line, able to get that kill. We've seen that's his second one, I believe.
Londa Sosa's got at least three.
First set, yep.
In the middle, Mo Ullman is denied. Cardinals set it up for Garbo. Goes for the back corner. Maznaguda got a piece of it. He'll be forced to pass it across. Cavanaugh with the pass. The set for Garbo. Block is in place. Battle near the net. And Julian Vang couldn't do much with that one coming right at his chest. And Anoka is on their best run of this first set. They're up 19-17.
Yeah, obviously as it gets later in the set, it becomes a little more, every point's a little more important.
That one passed back across. Vang dives for it, and that's not going to go their way. Usually when you, on serve receive, if you put a weak pass back over the net, usually doesn't end well for you, but worked out for the Cardinals that time.
It did.
Juana Seichow is in at the service line. Good quick reaction up front. Was that was Lengsing Yang that had the quick reaction for the block in the middle. Cardinals have come back to even it at 19. Seichow puts it into the net.
Always a tough one at this point in this set.
In the game for the Cardinals, number 10, Ryan Mo Ullman. Serving for the Tornadoes, number 10, Hank Anderson.
Ben Yang plays it. Garbo on the attack. He's got another kill. And we're back to tied 20 all.
Well, Griffin definitely has had a nice start to the season. He is certainly the leader on this Cardinal squad.
It's passed back. Garbo tries to hammer it down, but Anoka is ready. This one pushed across by Lindbergh. Attack by Hyatt. Tornadoes able to recover. Played across near the back line is Vang. Garbo pushes it over. Underneath it is Anderson. Will tip over by Lindbergh. Hyatt gets the kill. Cardinals retake the lead.
Definitely love to see this one back and forth. Cardinals with the 1-point lead, with looking to go on a little run here, see if they can close it out.
Lucas Yang at the service line. Londa Sasa, another powerful spike, but instead of that counting for a point, it's Garbo rolling it down the tape for the winner.
Hey, you'll take it any way you can get it. Doesn't matter how pretty it is.
I could give him a set, that same set, 10 times. He wouldn't be able to do that again.
Right. Well, he did it when it counted, and unfortunately, there's the service out.
Yang's service is wide. Side out for Anoka. L Cup B will check in and go to the service line, trailing by 1. At a big time here in set 1. Kavanaugh receives the set for Garbo, and he misses that back corner. He had room, couldn't find it.
He had plenty of room, actually.
We're tied 22. And now the Tornadoes with the 1-point lead, 2 away from a win, and Coon Rapids will take the timeout.
Yeah, you know, at the point in the first set, it's a good timeout by Coach Rositas. Down by 1, 23-22, and obviously there's a crucial time for both teams. Both want to capture that first set win.
And I did not get into too close a detail with the Tornadoes' scores this season, but I know Coon Rapids has found themselves in a lot of close matches.
They have.
Their sets already. So somehow they just won 25-13 on our scoreboard.
I think they're adjusting. I'm not sure how that changes. There we go. Now we're right.
Yep, 23-22. Anoka has the lead. The service from B. Kavanaugh. Yang pushed over by Hyatt too far, and it'll be set point for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It gives Anoka a couple of opportunities to close out this first set.
Near the back line is Vang. Garbo on the attack. He's blocked. Cardinals pass it across, and Garbo slam dunks it. As they were up to return the pass that was coming over, Garbo redirected it to the floor.
Big point
and now
there.
he goes to the service line.
Yeah, our chair official originally gave the point to Anoka.
Garbo attacking. Vang is there. Here comes Masnaguda, and set 1 goes to the Anoka Tornadoes.
Yeah, and really a nice set played by both sides. Obviously, somebody has to get the win, and unfortunately, it wasn't Coon Rapids, but Anoka, give credit to them. They did what they needed to do to get that first set win.
As much as they know that had they won, it wouldn't have been over. They know just because they lost, it ain't over either. Cardinals trying to battle back. Set 2 is after this on CTN. Back at the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse, Anoka 25-23 win in the first set after Coon Rapids had taken a late lead and looked poised to get the victory for themselves. Anoka called a well-timed timeout, I guess, and got a streak of their own and able to get away with the win.
Well, and I think they have to feel pretty good coming in against this Anoka team, knowing that they went toe-to-toe with them. Obviously, they didn't get the win, but they didn't let that first set get away from them, for sure. So hopefully here in the second set, they can improve upon their first set effort and try and get a win.
All right, we got the rotations all ready to go. Coon Rapids will start with the serve here in set 2. Lucas Yang, one of the Cardinal captains, getting us started. In the middle, strong attack from Youngquist. Cardinals got a piece of it, but not able to recover. And the Tornadoes have the first point here in set 2.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there by the Cardinals at the front line, not allowing him to go after the ball. A little collision.
Maznaguda finds the hole in the defense.
Yeah, you have to
And
be
the
so.
Tornadoes are up 2-0.
When Maznaguda's at the line at the net, you have to be so concerned about the power. And that time, he just found that little soft spot on the floor.
Well, much like Griffin Garbo on
Yep.
the other side, you got to
Yep.
be concerned anytime he's on the floor because he can be dangerous. And that time, Garbo trying to tip around the block attempt from Maznaguda, and he pushed it too wide. Ends up out of bounds, and Anoka trying to start set 2 with a big run. Long pass near the net. Cardinals can't recover. Tornadoes up 4.
Well, certainly, definitely the start that Anoka wanted here. Cardinals trying to get stop this mini run here early on in the second set from Anoka.
Set to Garbo on the left side, and he puts it away with an exclamation point. Gets the Cardinals the side out they needed, and now he'll head to the service line. In the middle, a great spike from Noah Youngquist.
Yeah, set in a perfect position for Youngquist to pound it to the back line.
Well, when you have to be so concerned about Maznaguda on the wing, makes Youngquist even more dangerous in the middle.
Yep.
Service error gives the Cardinals a side out. Kavanaugh heads to the service line, an opportunity for the Cardinals to try and answer. Anderson set in the middle, a big attack by Youngquist. Cardinals able to keep it up. Vang! That was like,
It's like, oops, it hit me.
hey, I don't know if did that hit him in the chest
He was
and come
playing
right back
defense on
over?
that.
Tornadoes win out of the rally. And again, just limiting the Cardinals to a single point. But yeah, there was a lot on the attack from Julian Vang, and hey, I don't know if it hit Chewy Vang like
I
in the
think right
chest.
square in the chest. And,
And
yep.
came back. For a second, I thought it was Scott Sterling playing out there. Vang bangs it through the block this time.
Yep,
Gets the Cardinals the side out, and now they get a chance again with the service, and they need to put some points together. Obviously not a time to be terribly concerned
No.
early in set 2.
There's plenty of time
But,
at this point. But
You can't let Anoka get too far ahead either and risk falling behind 2 sets to none. Another service error, and the Cardinals have yet to serve back-to-back.
yeah, we talked about that. You mentioned that in the first set, the service errors on both sides, but continues here for the Cardinals.
Maznaguda heads to the service line, and he hammers it into the net.
Another service error.
Yeah, it's not like tennis where you have that first service where you can put everything into it, and if it doesn't work out, you can just lay it, make sure that you get it in play. Strong attack from the right side for Anderson. And again, Coon Rapids' opportunity with service is very short-lived.
Yep. Oh, they'll have to figure out a way to solve that here in set number 2 if they want to tie this up at 1-1.
Chewy Vang serving at 8-4. Garbo got it through the block, but it was picked up by Youngquist, pushed across by Maznaguda. Here comes Garbo from the left side, blocked again. Cardinals reset. Julian Vang from midcourt. Chewy Vang was there. Lala Sasa, Londa Sasa couldn't put as much as he wanted to on it. The Cardinals called for the net violation, and the Tornadoes' lead grows to 5. Well played by Julian Vang in the corner. Let it fall for another service error.
Yeah, he made sure he watched that one closely. Got to be careful on ones like that, but obviously realized that it was just going to drift out.
Matthew Herr checks in and will serve for the Cardinals. Get some help from the tape. Picked up by Youngquist. Maznaguda fires long.
Cardinals looking to make a little spurt here, down 9-6.
Need the announcers to quit saying that every time they touch the ball. There is no such thing as the announcer jinx.
No, absolutely
says
not.
the jinx master.
Jinx master general.
Nate Anderson, I noticed, is has a Shapiro starter kit.
Oh, I got,
He's
him, spring I get him back on sale over at
well,
Walmart.
he's at least a 200 level learner. Great effort from the Cardinals to scoop that right off the floor and keep it alive, but Lindbergh bangs it through the block and gets the point.
And that pushes that lead back to 5.
Set goes to Garbo, punches it cross court. Londa Sasa is there. Set it up for Lindquist. His attack picked up by Ben Yang. Cardinals regroup. Vang sends it over. And a little miscommunication, but Mazaguda able to punch it across. Garbo runs up on it. The return is well wide. Chewy Vang got underneath it, but there's a lot of power to try and contain on that shot.
Yeah, I mean, it comes over so quickly. It makes it difficult to just kind of control that opportunity.
Lucas Vang will serve for Coon Rapids. Londa Sasa is there. The set in the middle. The attack by Youngquist. Cardinals scrambling, but are not going to be able to recover.
I'll push that lead back to 5.
B serving and not handled cleanly, but the Cardinals able to push it back over. Set goes to Maznaguda, and he is stuffed by Josh Hyatt.
Yeah, Hyatt timed that one perfectly. Big block.
Griffin Garbo back at the service line for the Cardinals, trailing by 4 just about midway through set number 2. Chewy Vang receives. The set goes to Maznaguda, and that's good night.
Yeah, it's over. It's over when that happens. There's no way to return that one.
And again, a very quick side out for Anoka. Cardinals scrambling a bit, played over by Vang. The attack from Lindbergh. Cardinals can't return it cleanly, and
well, that's a tough one for them to turn. Just a little tip at the net.
6-point lead, largest of the night in either of these sets. Joshua Hyatt, who had the trouble with the tip before, had no problem slamming the door that time.
Yeah, that was with some authority to the floor.
So Josh Kavanaugh back at the service line. Cardinals now trail by 5. In the middle, Carter Lean gets the kill, and that's what Anoka has that Coon Rapids doesn't, is multiple tall options that they can move all over the front. You're seeing the development of Joshua Hyatt and Ryan Ullman, but just a little more size on a lot of teams they face and a little more versatility. Garbo from midcourt gets it back for the Cardinals.
Again, just got to keep it close. Down by 5. We haven't seen, as you mentioned, we haven't seen the lead grow by more than 6.
Number 9, Ben Yang checks in and heads to the service line.
Just out. Well,
just long, and it was a late decision on the back line to let it go.
Well, and back to your point, it's just not getting back-to-back opportunities from the service for the Cardinals.
Makes it hard to climb back into it.
Yeah, it really does.
Maznaguda. Great save by Griffin Garbo. Cardinals get it over. Londa Sasa denied by Mo Ullman in the middle. And just missed time by Anderson. The Cardinals will get the point.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 1, Julian Vang.
Julian Vang serving right to the back corner and just long. I mean, those last 2 service errors have been inches long for the Cardinals, but long nonetheless. Chewy Vang at the service line. His team up 17-11 in the second set. They won the first 25-23. Weak pass back. Tipped down, but not to the floor. The attack by Garbo goes wide.
Yeah, lead's growing out by 7, and Coach Rositas is going to take a minute to talk to her guys, kind of calm things down here. Down by 7 as it's getting later here in this second set. Obviously an important one for the Cardinals because they do not want to go down 2-0 to this Anoka team. See if the timeout can maybe slow the roll a little bit of Anoka.
I find it amusing that not only does the Macarena continue to be a crowd favorite at sporting events, but high school kids still know how to do the dance.
They do.
It's not a difficult dance.
No.
But this is Macarena goes back 25 at least years, at the very least. Chewy Vang continues at the service line, picked up by Julian Vang. The attack is wide from Garbo.
Ooh. That was close.
And Anoka's lead grows. Picked up by Ben Yang. The attack by Mo Ullman. This time the jump a little bit. Didn't get a ton on it. Anderson pushes it across. Kavanaugh keeps it alive. Here's Ben Yang. Maznaguda had to try and pick it up off his shoe tops and sent it across and out of bounds.
I wonder if Maznaguda's nickname is Wolverine.
But that's those are legit chops for sure.
For high school kids, for sure. It's for anybody,
for a
but
40-year-old.
Specifically, it's for a high school young man.
He's there to pick up the serve. Londa Sasa attacking, scooped up by Julian Vang. The attack just not quite what Ben Yang wanted on it. Back to an 8-point lead, just 5 points away from making it a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, which will put a lot more pressure on the Cardinals if that's the way it turns out.
Anderson serving, picked up by Ben Yang. Here comes Griffin Garbo on the attack, and a quick side out for the Cardinals.
Yeah, they needed that.
Yeah, every point kind of precious now.
Lucas Yang with an opportunity to see if he can serve the Cardinals to a number of points here.
Mondesasa picked it up off the top of the net. They keep it alive, but pushed just wide by Noah Youngquist. He almost not only kept it in play, but almost scored the point for Anoka.
Very true.
Chui Yang receives. Maznaguda, boy, he has some stuff.
He does.
No chance for the Cardinals as he put it to the back corner. 21-14. Big stuff at the net. Cardinals able to recover. Garbo pushes it across. Chui Vang diving save. Cardinals will get it back to Garbo again. This time he finds the sideline, gets the Cardinals the side out. Trying to stay alive here, down by 6 in set number 2.
Tough time to get a service. It's never good to get a service error, but tough time here.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, a service error at the beginning of the set really, in the grand scheme of things, does not
Correct.
mean more than one late, but it sure feels like it.
It does.
They're scored the same, however, and it's a big win at the net for Maznaguda. And the lead back to 8.
Yeah, just 2 points away from going up 2-0. I'm sorry, 3 points away. No, it's 2 points.
2 points, you were right.
Yeah, I was
Good
right
job.
the first time.
Good job.
Thank you.
Always go with your gut,
I
Shapiro.
never second guess myself. Gets me in trouble.
I usually second guess you.
You should.
Hey, you don't need to. I'm here for that.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Trust me, if you're wrong, I'll let you know.
Oh, believe me, I know.
Carbo on the attack gets the kill, and the Cardinals need
They certainly do.
to reel off like 7 straight points. If they can reel off 9 straight points, they could just finish it off and even it up. Maznaguda misses wide.
Well, Cardinals not making it easy for Anoka here to capture that second set, trying to, again, give him some fits.
Kavanaugh serves. Maznaguda is there. They set it up for Lindquist. Great save by Lucas Yang. Garbo can only pass it across. Maznaguda a little off time, tips it over. Vang is there. Julian Vang tried to just pop it over the block attempt. Here comes Maznaguda on the attack. He's got another kill. Set point coming up for the Tornadoes. And they've got a lot of room to play.
They really do. And again, this shows you why he's, we talked about 94 kills coming into this contest. I don't know how many he has today, but he's got a few.
Garbo tried to just tip it over and didn't get quite enough on it. It falls short. And the Cardinals fall 25-17 in the second. They're fighting to extend the contest after this. Set 3 is next on CTN. Back at Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse, Anoka got hot late in the second set, pulled away for a 25-17 win. They now have a 2-0 advantage, trying to get out the broom and sweep up on the Cardinals, hand the Cardinals their second straight defeat, and at the same time improve their own record to 7-1.
Yeah, Cardinals trying to avoid a quick evening here.
Anderson's serve is long. Cardinals will get the first point here in set 3.
In the game for the Cardinals, number 12, Josh Hyatt. Serving for the Cardinals, number 19, Lucas Yang.
Lucas Yang will have the first service of this set for the Cardinals. That one misplayed a little bit by B, but the Tornadoes able to recover. Kavanaugh's pass. Good set. And a strong finish from Griffin Garbo.
Yeah, Cardinals certainly would need a strong set here. They want to keep their chances alive.
B on the attack. Not a lot on it. Vang accepts. Garbo attacking from the left side. Diving save by Anderson. The attack by Hyatt. And the Cardinals start set 3 with a 3-0 lead.
And they definitely start strong. You know, you always worry about being down 2-0 about confidence, but Cardinals, a lot of fight in this team.
Maznaguda, great scoop by Lucas Yang, but the set just a little bit too far behind Hyatt, and he plays it into the net.
Serving for the Tornadoes, number 6, El Cup B.
El Cup B will head to the service line. He was there for the longest run of the night for either team, that coming for Anoka in the middle of that second set. Cardinals trying to get the quick side out, but the attack into the net from Garbo, as he tried to avoid the block.
Just a mishit by Griffin.
Julian Fang receives. Garbo hammers it through the block attempt for Youngquist. Cardinals get the side out.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 4, Griffin Garbo.
B, a long pass, and Cardinals will take that as an ace.
Do you think if B is on the back line and his teammates realize the ball is going out, they say, let it be? They're not all winners, sorry. See?
No, no, they just said no.
No.
I was good. Your question, the answer is no, because what they said is no. No. And sure enough, El Cup B ducked out of the way when they said no. Let it be. Number 9.
No. As many Beatle references in as possible.
Attack by Hyatt, scooped up by a diving Youngquist. And then Maznaguda hammers it through a block for the point. Tornadoes back within 1. Youngquist serving. A little bit of a mishandle on receive, but they're able to play it across. Lindbergh with the attack. Cardinals able to recover. Garbo. B is there. Anderson passes it over. Garbo from the midcourt line, and a little too much angle, put it into the net. We're tied at 5.
Yeah, just that quickly. It's tied up. Cardinals had jumped out to a small little lead.
Julian Fang on the attack. B is there. Maznaguda attacking. Both Kavanaugh and Garbo were there. It looked like they kind of punched each other in the face.
It did.
Able to recover. Anoka plays it over. Vang on the attack. Partially blocked. Tornadoes keep it up. Cardinals able to punch it across. Lindbergh rather, on the attack. Cardinals can't quite recover. Good volley. Unfortunately for the home team, it falls for Anoka. Lucas over getting some clarification from the official. Thought there might have been a carry somewhere in there.
He thought so, definitely, but
got to plead your case.
Yep.
Cardinals take time out, and Coach Radzita says, we're going all the way down here. Let's bring it in, huddle it up, and get focused.
Red's in the house.
Getting his props, as he always does and always should.
Absolutely.
An early timeout for Coach Radzita, and it came after a well-played point that just didn't go their favor. But they had that early lead, saw it evaporate, and they just have zero time to make mistakes and lose focus as they try and keep from being swept. Tornadoes serving with a 6-5 lead. They won 25-23 in the first, 25-17 in set 2. Noah Youngquist at the service line. Youngquist, Anderson, and Maznaguda, the 3 captains, have all been big pieces for the Tornadoes. Cardinals able to recover what looked like was going to be an ace for the pass back into the net. Huge stuff in the middle. Is that Lengzing Yang? Then the miss hit by B. Yeah, Lengzing Yang is the one that got the block in the middle. Gives up some size to Carter Lean, but didn't let that stop him. 6-all out of the timeout for the Cardinals.
Good timeout, get the first point.
Lindbergh finds a hole in the defense. Not a lot on that, but it found the floor, got the side out. And that's the thing that the Cardinals need more than anything. They didn't have in set 2 is streaks. We talked about it in set 2. They had very few back-to-back services. They started with a little bit of a run to get the 3-0 lead, but Anoka has fought back strong, and now they have the 8-6 advantage. Again, they had their first loss to Maple Grove in the tournament over the weekend, bounced back and swept them on Monday. In the middle, Mo Ullman gets the kill.
Again, just keep this one close. It gives the Cards an opportunity.
Ben Yang back on the court and heads to the service line. Chui Vang is there. Set for Maznaguda, is a little off. He tips it over. Garbo attacking. He's blocked in the middle by Lean. Tip over by Lucas. Diving attempt by Chui Vang. Ends up out of bounds, and we are tied at 8.
Really, really smart play. Really nice tip.
Well, Lucas did that quite a bit in the opener against Elk River when we were here.
Yep.
And clearly high volleyball IQ. Hammering it through the block attempt is Julian Vang, and the Cardinals are back in front 9-8. There are 4 Yangs on the roster and only 1 Vang. That's Julian. And still, I have trouble. Remember, he's the V, not the Y. Block, unfortunately, ended up out of bounds, so Anoka wins the serve and evens the score again at 9-all. Maznaguda. Put some power onto it. Kavanaugh passes it back across. A little sketchy on the passing for the Tornadoes, but they play it over. Garbo attacking, and that's money right there.
That really is, and I mean, when he gets the opportunity, the set's good there for him, and he gets that elevation, he's pretty automatic. I know he had 20 kills in that first game we did.
And when he's 6 to 8 feet back from the net, he can really survey the defense and make sure to put it around. The attack by B, the whistle sounds. Cardinals touch the net.
I'll tie it up at 10.
Serving for the Tornadoes, number 4, Chui Vang.
Van Yang picks it up. Attack by Garbo. Maznaguda with his left hand keeps it alive. B attacking. Vang got a piece of it, but not enough. Anoka back in front, 11-10.
Oh, it's similar to that first set where it went back and forth before Anoka was able to win.
Garbo attacking. Good recovery by Anderson, keeping it alive. Pushed over, hammered back down by Hyatt. He'll get the kill. And the Cardinals even it up at 11.
Well, they're fired up. Cardinals are fired up. They know they want to stay. They got to stay.
Well,
in
they
this
get a good crowd here for the boys volleyball.
They did last time we were here too.
It's not just the size, but boy are they vocal.
It's the energy.
They've got great energy.
Yep.
Serving is Matthew Herr. Attacking is B. Garbo is there. Set goes back to him. Garbo just tips it over. Anderson punches it up. Maznaguda from midcourt. Vang near the back line. Here's Garbo from the left side. Maznaguda in the back quarter. Scoops it up. The attack by B. Didn't put a lot on it. Ben Yang keeps it up. Garbo fires cross court for the winner.
He said it.
See, now the flag is.
I thought it was out too.
So now the Cardinals will ask for an explanation. So Tornadoes will have the 12-11 lead and the service. Julian Vang near the back line. And Garbo mistimed the jump, put it into the net. Ben Yang on the receive. Garbo attacks well wide. Easy to tell that one was out.
Yeah, no trouble diagnosing that one.
Anderson serving, now up 14-11. And he sends it wide. Well, the Cardinals, that was interesting to see the way that point was changed and what it did for the atmosphere in the building.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
As, the Cardinals trying to let that affect him. Not just that it was a change that was kind of awkward, but the timing of it. It was a tie score before that controversial call,
yeah.
And now it shifted the momentum back to the visitors who already have the 2-0 set lead. Garbo leaves no doubt on that one.
Yeah, no question on that one.
He is fun to watch. And he heads to the service line.
Yeah, he is definitely fun. And again, we talked about, a little bit of an injury, but you're not going to notice it here tonight.
Youngquist tipped it over,
Yep.
but touched the net. Cardinals back within one. Chewy Vang keeps it up. The set for Maznaguda. Hyatt got a piece of it, but not enough to stuff him. Anoka gets the side out. Noah Youngquist heads to the service line, up 2. As they close in on a potential 3-set sweep. Set for Julian Vang, and he gets the kill. And that's a quick turnaround for the Cardinals. That's something that they have not been able to do as much as their opponent, is get quick side outs and not allow the Tornadoes to have those multiple point runs. Well, miscommunication, the ball falls, and we're tied at 16.
That's all the Cardinals can ask for. Just keep this thing close and see if they can take a lead late.
Kavanaugh's serve. And a huge stuff.
Great block.
I don't know if it was Mo Ullman or if it looks like it was Lucas Vang,
yeah,
actually.
it looked like it was Lucas Vang to me.
Clearly he's the shortest one of the bunch
Hey.
on the front line, but Mo Ullman, the way he reacted, looks like it was Julian that got the stuff. Cardinals have the lead, but only momentarily, as Maznaguda
That was
is
fired out of
pretty
a
good.
cannon. That was fired out of a cannon.
Lower back to serve.
Vang didn't get a lot on it. Vang is there to receive, and Maznaguda is able to finish. Cardinals arguing that they got the net and they will win that argument. Cardinals will get the point.
Well, our chair official called it for the Cardinals, and looking across the floor to John Ensign, maybe what his decision, John just waved him off, said, "You make the call."
Well, and the net was moving quite a bit.
Yeah.
I did not. The unfortunate thing for us when they switch sides for the scorers table, it means the up judge is right in front of us,
Right.
and I can't see
Tough to see.
the Cardinals side of the net right at the net. So. And this has always, to me, been kind of an interesting dynamic in volleyball is coaches relay through their captains to discuss with the officials.
Yeah, because typically coaches won't go out and talk to the official, but
Well, in
they're
most
gonna-
other sports,
Yeah.
they can request the referee
Right.
come and talk to them.
right.
I don't know if that's something you can't do at all in volleyball or it's just incredibly uncommon, but whatever the case is, it didn't change their minds. We had a little delay. Things have slowed. The pace has slowed. The Cardinals want to try and grab some momentum here late in set number 3. They have an 18-17 lead. Ben Yang on the service line. B picks it up near the back line. Maznaguda is stuffed. This time it was definitely Mo Ullman, and boy, is he fired up.
Wow, and that was huge. Because now it gives the Cardinals the 2-point lead. They're at 19-17 as this gets late here in set number 3.
B on the receive, the set for Anderson. He hammers it through a block and gets the side out for Anoka.
Serving for the Tornadoes, number 18, Mark Maznaguda.
Maznaguda returns to the service line. Vang is there to receive. Garbo on the attack. Gets the point. Cardinals with the service.
Cards first to 20.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 1, Julian Vang.
Julian Vang at the service line. Anderson is stuffed by Garbo and Mo Ullman.
Well, I touched upon it in that first set. Play up front is going to be really important for Coon Rapids. Getting those blocks are going to be really important against this team, and they're coming up big here in set number 3.
Well, and the defense is what I think has been most impressive over this last little run. A couple of big stuffs on Maznaguda, who has had his way with the Cardinals so far this evening. And now here we are, Coon Rapids needs 4 points to force a game or a set 4 and keep their this contest going. But 3-point deficit can disappear pretty quickly.
Really quickly.
All starts with a good service. Julian Vang is back there and ready. Vang serve. Vang puts it back across. Hammered down by Garbo.
Huge.
Cardinals lead by 4. That's usually what happens when you have a weak pass off the serve receive that hangs at the net. You have a hitter that hammers it to the floor. Set it up for B. He threw it over the block and caught the Cardinals off guard.
Well, and they needed it to get service back. Now trailing 22-19. They certainly want to get the sweep. Cardinals obviously want to avoid that.
Chewy Vang to serve for Anoka. Picked up by Ben Yang. Garbo hammers it, and that's another kill.
Cardinals are feeling it here in set number 3.
Matthew Herr will check in and go to the service line. Lengxing Yang also checks in. He's up front. Herr is there to pick it up. Played over. Vang recovers. Guda was denied. They'll go back to El Cup B, and he finds the floor again by just tipping it over the defense.
Again, when you get to this point, obviously the team with 23 has the advantage in terms of the game, but Anoka has something to say about it.
Hank Anderson serves. Cardinals scramble. Garbo able to play it across. Comes B on the attack. He missed it. And the Cardinals will have set point up 24-20. Lucas Yang at the service line.
Yeah, serving for the win. That's
Attacking wide is Nathan Lindberg, and the Cardinals are going to stay alive with a 25-20 win in the third set. Still a lot of work to be done for the home team, but they have life, they have the momentum. Set 4 coming up after this on CTN. Here we go. Welcome to the jungle, ladies and gentlemen. The Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse is heated up for set number 4. Anoka won the first set 25-23, and then the second 25-17. But Coon Rapids stands tall in set 4, wins 25-20. And so we're not quite done yet tonight.
Yeah, Cardinals did not want their evening to be over. They fought hard in that third set to make sure they had an opportunity to keep this one going.
Lucas Yang will start at the service line for the Cardinals. And a late decision by Chewy Vang to get out of the way was a good one. It's long, and Anoka has the first point here in set 4. B's serve picked up by Garbo. They'll set it back to him. Vang passes it right back across. Julian Vang is there. The attack by Hyatt is repelled by the Tornadoes. They'll go back to him, and Hyatt didn't get the strike he wanted on it, and Anoka has a 2-0 lead here in set 4. Julian Vang on the receive. Huge stuff by Masnaguda in the middle, as he was ready for Josh Hyatt all day long.
Well, this is kind of how it started out for Coon Rapids in set number 3. They jumped to a quick early lead. Anoka trying to capitalize.
Serve sent wide, gives the service to the Cardinals.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 4, Griffin Garbo.
Give the point right back.
Serving for the Tornadoes, number 5, Noah Youngquist.
Youngquist serving. Tornadoes up 4-1 early here in set 4. Kavanaugh near the back line. Set for Julian Vang. Pushed right back across by Anderson. Garbo hammers through the block, kept up by B. Here comes Masnaguda, didn't get much on it, but off his fingertips and sent long. Cardinal point.
I think that was kind of purposeful. I think he was just going to try and push it to the back line. He saw how much space was there, but he just put a little too much on it.
Kavanaugh's serve picked up by Chewy Vang. The back set for Lindbergh, and he tips it past the block attempt and gets that side out right back for Anoka. Skylar Lord checks in, heads to the service line for Anoka. Mo Ullman hammers it through the block attempt of Carter Lean.
He gets fired up.
I was just gonna say, he's so intense.
I love it.
It's the passion, the thrill, the excitement of sports. I mean, he kind of embodies it all.
He does. It's all there.
Back set, Masnaguda. Great diving save by Ben Yang. Garbo pushes it over, but just wide.
Again, good thought. I mean, that shot had purpose for him. He was looking to see if he could just float it over and keep it in bounds. But
Ryan Trutwin in for the first time for Anoka. Service by Masnaguda, picked up by Garbo. Vang is blocked on the left side. Tipped over, but carried by the Cardinals, and Tornadoes trying to grow that lead up 7-3.
well, I'm sure they were disappointed they didn't sweep. And they came out here with the purpose, obviously, in set number 4 to see if they can grow that quick early lead.
Those don't help.
They do not.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 1, Julian
Long set, the attack by Trutwin. Cardinals scrambling, and nobody's going to get to that. And two guys looking at each. Oh, I thought you. No.
Oh, well, miscommunication.
Serving for the Tornadoes, number 4, Chewy Bang.
Chewy Vang to serve. Picked up by Julian Vang. Garbo gets it right back for the Cardinals.
I think they've worked on that in practice once or twice. That was just a perfect set to Griffin, and perfect timing, pounded it to the floor.
Her back to serve.
Matthew Hurd checks in and goes to the service line. Langsing Vang, or Yang, is up front. Set for Trutwin, his attack picked up by Hurd. Ben Yang on the attack. Maznaguda put it off the rafters. Tornadoes scramble but can't pick it up. Cardinals back within a pair.
Yeah, that would have been a tough one to get back over the net.
Trutwin fires wide. Tornado set it up well for him.
Oh, he did. He had plenty of floor.
He's just a sophomore listed on the JV squad. Don't believe he had any time in sets 1 through 3. In the middle. That's a huge kill for Youngquist. Just hammered it right at Ben Yang. Nothing he could do with it.
For the Cardinals, number 10, Brian Mulholland. Leading with the Tornadoes, number 13, Nathan
Anoka holds a 2-point lead here
Serving for
relatively early in set 4.
Hank Anderson to serve.
Hammer and Hank.
Garbo attacking for the Cardinals. Chewy Vang there to pick it up. Masnaguda from the middle, right on the back line. That was beautifully placed.
It was. Officials conferring again.
I think that was the right call.
I totally think it was the right call.
She showed no indecision in
No.
my opinion.
Yeah, I think
As much as I try to side with I do side with the home team
No,
quite often,
mostly.
but you know, that
Hey,
I'd
if
have
it's
to
in,
say
it's
it
in.
was
If
just
it's out,
beautifully
it's out.
placed.
Yep, I thought it was a really nice shot. Most of the time we have replay,
And now a service ace. And the Tornadoes up by 4, their largest lead of this 4th set. And another service ace for Anderson. And if you're Coach Radziditz, how long do you wait before calling a timeout?
Yep.
Down 5 here,
we'll see.
just about midway. Set goes to Garbo. Garbo ends the Tornado run.
in the game. Cardinals, number 12, Josh Hyatt. Serving for the Cardinals, number 19.
Josh
Lucas
Hyatt.
Yang at the service line.
Josh Hyatt coming back in for the Cardinals, and we've seen him make a couple of nice plays tonight.
Trotwin attacking from the right side, and he found that line.
He called it in. It was called in.
Yeah.
been some interesting happenings here with officiating. I thought that was in, but what do I know? Cardinals will take it.
Big stuff at the line. Lansing Yang, he's pretty fired up.
Oh, for sure.
The energy
He's a
that
character. I
really,
love watching him. He just is so animated. He's fun too.
just across the board, they're all that way.
Yep.
Just the love of sports.
Yes.
Maznaguta's attack picked up by Kavanaugh. Hyatt got there a little late, pushed it across. Trotwin's attack handled by the Cardinals, and
that's out.
Just wide. That's 13-9 in favor of Anoka. That set not quite where Garbo needed it. Tornadoes up 4 again, 14-10 with L Cup B at the service line. Garbo pops it over the block attempt. Anderson went to the floor. Maznaguta fires it at Kavanaugh. Here's Garbo again. Chui Vang takes it hard in the chest but keeps it alive. Hyatt stuffed by Maznaguta.
Anoka building a little bit of a cushion up by 5.
And there's the timeout for Coach Rudzidis.
Well, you knew it had to come fairly soon, depending on what the score is here. You know, she didn't want to get it too far out of hand.
Cardinals need to come out big out of this timeout. Try and cut into the lead. Obviously need the win to force a 5th and final set.
Well, yeah, I mean, good situation for this timeout. You just want to calm the guys down, talk a little strategy.
Tornadoes have led this entire 4th set. Five-point lead is their largest since the 3rd set. Garbo attacking, he's got another kill.
Yeah, good job. Get the point out of a timeout.
You have to.
Yep.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 4, Griffin Garbo.
And now the real struggle is Anoka has done just such a great job off serve receive of quickly getting a side out. They do it again. It helps when you got a guy like Mark Maznaguta on the left side.
Well, yeah, no doubt about that. I mean, again, he's just hits it with such authority. It's really difficult to get a strong piece of it.
Well, and I'm not sure if that was Chui Vang that received that serve again, but he has been very solid on serve receive for Tornadoes all night.
That one looked
Julian Vang's attack near the back line. Tipping it over is Lidberg. Cardinals can't recover. Youngquist serves up 6.
Tough time
and
there.
Gives it back, up 5.
Boy, tough for a fault there.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 26, Josh Kavanaugh.
Well, clearly a little easier to breathe and make mistakes if you're wearing a Tornadoes uniform. A little delayed attack from Carter Lean. He pushes it over the defense.
In the game for the Tornadoes, number 8, Skylar Moore. Moore back to serve.
Skylar Laura comes in and will head to the service line. Garbo from midcourt.
Oh,
Boy.
Boy, he has such accuracy for that back line.
He is definitely tough to contain if you get him a good set. All starts with the pass. You need a good pass, a solid set, and at least one guy that can finish like that. Ben Yang serving for the Cardinals. Chui Vang accepts. Maznaguda partially blocked. Garbo kept it up. Ben Yang plays it over, and Lean couldn't control it.
And the home
Cardinals still down 4, but you never know
you
it with
never
the way
know
that
it.
this audience reacts.
Well,
it's
just
awesome. The
behind
energy.
me, every shot's in.
Every shot's
nothing
in.
now. Every shot's in.
Well, and again, I go back to it's not just the number of people they get in for these events. It's the energy that they bring and
absolutely.
how excited they are on every point.
Yep.
They go home as exhausted as the athletes. Listen, you don't need me to tell you.
No.
That's the reaction of an opposing player serving it into the net.
Yep.
I mean, Julian serve scooped up off the floor, and Tornadoes can't get it back over.
That lead's cut down now to 3.
Trotwin picks it up. Lean pushes it, but carried.
Oh. Yeah, he carried it. It looked like the official was going to give the point to Anoka. But
attack by Trotwin, and looked like a seasoned pro that time.
Yep.
And that gives the Tornadoes the 2017 edge as they creep ever closer. Chui Vang serving. Ben Yang there to pick it up. Garbo punches it to the middle of the defense, finds the floor, gets the Cardinals back within 2.
Well, Cardinals definitely will not go away.
Matthew Hurd checks in, goes to the service line. Lengzing Yang back at the net. Hurd's serve picked up by Maznaguda. Trotwin on the attack. He gets another kill.
To be young and have all that energy.
Anderson returning to the service line for the Tornadoes. Julian Vang picks it up. Garbo tips it past the defense. As that really wasn't in his wheelhouse.
No.
But it worked out for the best. Cardinals get the side out. More importantly, keep the Tornadoes from stretching their lead here late in the 4th. Lucas Yang serve picked up by Maznaguda. The attack by Youngquist picked up. Great dig there from Chui Vang. Back corner is Julian Vang. Here's Garbo again. Maznaguda was ready for it. Here comes Trotwin. He's stuffed but out of bounds.
Big point again now for Anoka. 3 away from winning the match. But Cardinals keeping it close. Cardinals calling a timeout.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good one.
I was wondering if they would take it here or let him play one more point,
Right.
and then if they lost, take it there. You don't want to let it get all the way to match point. Yeah, we talk about it all the time. You know, out of timeouts, you want to score the first point out of your own timeout. But it becomes even more critical when you're 3 points away from dropping your second straight match. Elkup B serving up 4. A little bit of a mishandle, but Cardinals able to get it across. Set it up for Lindbergh. He gets the kill. And the Tornadoes just 2 points away. Garbo attacking. Block was there. Cardinals set it up again. Garbo just passes it across this time. Tornadoes set it up for Lindbergh. Blocked but out of bounds. And it'll be match point.
Yep.
And they've got a 5-point cushion.
Yeah, they've, again, definitely in the driver's seat to put this one away.
Tornadoes fans picking up the chance. Vang plays it across. Set goes to Lindbergh. Cardinals able to pick it up. Set for Garbo. He gets the kill. Cardinals still have life.
Yep, they're not going to be denied. They want to make sure that they keep this one going. But as you mentioned, a lot of points to play with for the Tornadoes.
Well, you need 4 perfect points right here.
You do.
No service errors, no mishits. You need the next 4 points. And that one is hit long by Noah Youngquist.
There's number 1.
You need 3. Cardinals would rather just score the next 6. Or the next 5, I suppose. Huge stuff by Langsing Yang.
Wow, what timing on that one, especially with the force that ball was coming back over the net with.
Yeah, Mazdaguna is so powerful, and like we talked about, has had his way. He's definitely got a size advantage over Langsing Yang. Langsing Yang in the right place at the right time. Youngquist, it was Lindbergh attacking. Hyatt plays it over. Good scramble for Vang. Here comes Lindbergh again. That's wide. So they rely on the line judge for that. The line judge says it was in.
Yep.
I think that was out. But it's going to be a Tornado win, 25-22.
Yeah, give the Cardinals credit. I mean, you know, after that second set, they could have folded down 2-0, but did a good job getting that win in the third.
And battling all the way to the end here in the fourth.
And making a great set of it here. Unfortunately, this could not get the win. So that'll move them to 2-2, 6-1 on the season, 7-1.
7-1
now
for Anoka, yeah. And in their only loss coming in tournament play, so a best of 3. It's definitely a different feel to it. Carries a little less weight, although in the grand scheme of things, they're still 7-1. Coon Rapids falls to 3-2. And still a solid start for them and a lot of good things to take away. But
absolutely,
unfortunately, the comeback falls short.
Well, definitely, you know, coming into this one against Anoka, I thought they probably thought, well, you know, we're gonna be in for a tough one, and they gave the Tornadoes all they can handle.
But they come up short in 4. Cardinals lose 23-25, 17-25, 25-20, and 22-25. That's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.